Oh, I am live. Okay, sorry. Just it's a different one that said something about you can have guests. I used to do guests, but panels, so I went differently. But I guess I did the countdown. And anyway, I'm live now. Not my usual night. Again, 80's tapes, 40-year-old tapes. I do like a reactionary video with these. I just put them in, play them. I kind of remember them from when I recorded them when I was in high school. And I was going to do once a week, but I have 50 tapes, 52 weeks a year. Wasn't really thinking I was going to do this for a year, so every once in a while I'd go up on random nights. And I have this tape. Last week I played the tape, and I realized I started recording my tapes from albums, not really all radios. And this one says Madness on it. I remember I had Madness albums. So I don't know if one side of this tape's going to be the radio and the other side's going to be me recording my albums. So I have my music on the go, which was a really cool thing to have back in the 80's, like the boombox and that. Not like nowadays, everybody has their music on the go because they have their phones. But this was something different because the Walkman wasn't even invented yet when I recorded most of these in 1980, 81. So anyway, like I said, I found this one. There's Madness on it. I don't know if it's going to be, I'm assuming it's going to be music from my albums, but maybe other, I don't know. Like I said, this is reactionary. And so I'm going to hit play and we're going to figure out what we get from these 40-year-old tapes. We're just glad that we're just glad they work at this point since they're 40 years old. And guess what? This isn't Madness. So I don't know. Maybe I recorded over this, but that's the fun of playing things from your childhood. This is this is OMD. This is orchestral maneuvers in the dark. OMD. So we're gonna end up finding out is one side of this madness, the other side their music off the radio. Still a really good song. If anybody's Depeche Mode, Depeche Mode and OMD, very similar sounding. And when I was little and recording and listening to this stuff, I always thought a song was Depeche Mode. And then I'd find out it's OMD. Both great groups, great music, just very similar sounding. But neither one of them is Madness. And this time in the background is my documentary from my 80's club night, which was late. I did it for 5 years, 98 to 2005. For 5 years, 98 to 2003, I did it. I filmed and created a documentary. So that's what I'm playing behind here. Usually I have my images from the 80s. This is 80s club night. Not. See, here's a famous OMG song from the movie. If You Leave. So, if you recognize this, you do know an OMG song. One of their most famous. Which one was this? What it was Pretty Pink? Pretty Pink, I think, right? I mean, it's Pretty Pink versus Club. That era. Those movies. One of those 80s coming of age movies. Isn't that what they call them, coming of age? Probably a lot of broken hearts to this song. It's a girly song, I guess. If you want to swoon your girl, play this. Wow. I noticed a lot of these. So I split these tapes into two categories. A lot of them were my discovering my music, but my skate tapes. And then later on in high school, I started discovering women, and I have my women's tapes, like club stuff that would impress the ladies, because they didn't really like my punk, mod, thrash music. They wanted stuff more sensitive, songs that had meaning, like this. So, will the flip side actually have some madness on it, or is this going to be some tape that I taped over what it was originally named for? Madness. Yeah, I have the albums. I can tape over this. Guess we'll find out in an hour. This is one of my, this is a 44-year-old tape. Right? It's 81 till now, 44 years, something like that. Prior to 86 is 40 plus years. It's kind of amazing. 40-year-old tapes, they weren't supposed to last more than like 10 years. They thought the is it magnets on the tape that caused it to record that? Because I know if you get a magnet around them, it erases them. But they didn't think the magnetism would last for more than like 10 years. No, I heard this is off the radio because I heard the DJ. Big Audio Dynamite. Bottom line. I had the 12-inch of this. This used to be, God. I used to know all this history, but now since my strokes and brain surgery, it's getting fuzzy. Where did Big Audio Dynamite come from? The Clash, I think. I think these were the members of the Clash that created Big Audio Dynamite. Yep. I can tell by his voice. Lead singer of the Clash. Very identifiable voice, 6 years old as I am. And into the music I was into. This was their big hit on the radio back in the 80s, early 80s. This was at all the underground clubs. Their other big song was called Medicine Man. Yeah. I have video. I should do the video of us dancing to this. Me and a bunch of my friends. Hey, there's me as the DJ. And I don't know what genre you'd put this in. It's got sort of a hip hop kind of feel to it. Of course, the dancing hip hop, not the gangster rap. Yeah, this is a huge club hit. Of course, this is a 12-inch. The radio edit's a lot. This one's about 6-7 minutes, I think. Radio edit's 3. The floor was packed to this song. Even in the background, you see there. When I put this song on, everybody screamed, everybody ran out there, the floor was packed. Think it, wow. Tape's getting a little wonky. Yeah. Spent a lot of time dancing to this. Trying to impress the girls with my dance moves. Ooh. Talking Heads. Oh, that's a good mix. It's definitely radio. I didn't have the technology to do this when I was recording to my tapes. Talking Heads live. What song is this? Talking Heads live. Letting the days go by. That's the name of it. Good old David Byrne. Still around today. Not Talking Heads, but David Byrne. He has new albums out. He's my age. Maybe like 5 years older than me, I think. In his 60s. Still does great music. A legend in the industry for sure. Psycho Killer was one of their biggest hits. Sorry, still no Madness. Maybe the flip side. It's kind of a shame. I like got myself so ready. In my head, I'm sleeping at night. I've been going over Madness songs in my head. But still beautiful music. And by the way, since it's an 80's night, it's cool because it really looks like these people are dancing to the music I'm playing. Because they are. Because it was my 80's night, so I just think it's pretty cool. They're dancing to the same beat. And that's me filming, by the way. My clientele hated me for this. Everybody kept coming up to me going, why the hell do you have a camera in my face all the time? Well, I'm doing the documentary. Just ignore me. It's been a year and a half filming. I said I had an 80's night for 5 years, I think. 4 or 5 years. First time I ever put my knowledge of alternative 80's music to a job. And it was fun. I only got paid $100 a night, which was way below grade. I should have made 4 or 5 times. I got free beer. And at the time, that made me happy. I don't drink anymore, so wow. New order. This is on a commercial right now. I think it's I forget who, a car commercial or something, but I hear it and I'm like, oh my God, that's my music. Yeah, this is when I was starting to develop my ear for club music. I already knew all the skate music. Now I was exploring club music. Yeah, this is all Brotherhood. I actually have the album up there. Or the cassette, sorry. think I have it for sale on eBay. The original Brotherhood album with a couple. I think I have them packaged in like 4 or 5 tapes together. New Order, Bauhaus, ADC, just random albums I had. My tape collection was almost all my own mixtapes. But it gives me something to do now that I'm 59 and glad to be alive. I get to do reaction tapes and reaction to my own mixtapes from a little punker kid in high school. I dated that girl. Yeah, I think that's my ex. Yeah, that is her. Oh my god. I knew I had her in here. I have 2 exes in that footage. When I was, because I split it up into boys, girls. We had an outside patio. We had the bar. So I made the documentary in stages of meet the boss, and then the girls dancing, and boys dancing, and the bar singing, the back singing. Yeah, it's not live. Actually, I think I have it as a podcast. Life and Times was on Monday night. It was Monday night, not the best night, but it was a huge night. It lasted for, I think, 20 years, 15 years. The funny thing is that one of the guys that used to be at my club night a couple times, at least a month, Chuck Liddell, nice man. That's where he started his slow kickboxing. Was in slow. He used to come to my night. Wow, this is great. This is great music. I dated that girl. And I dated that girl. She was actually my girlfriend for 3.5 years. My last girlfriend ever was that girl right there. Kind of a bitch. But don't tell her. I can't remember who this is. It's a great song. It's been in a lot of movies as well. It's on all the soundtracks. Who is this? Not one of my normal bands. I think this was their only real hit. Oh well. If it's copyrighted on YouTube, they'll tell me tomorrow. Well, the flip side might be madness. Wow, this really takes me back. think I can't remember. I think this might be a later tape. This might be 84, 85. I don't, it's hard, I don't know. It was 44 years ago. The tape is definitely 80, 81 physical tape. But when I recorded on it, I love it because you can record over tapes. So I don't. I guess if you dated the music that's on it, I know it's early 80s music, but we'll have to see if there's any madness on the other, if the album Madness is on the other side. And then it still could be 84, 85, or 83, 84. The only way I can really tell is if I hear an identification of the radio that I'm recording off of. If it's K-Rock, it's when I'm in mode. If it's anyway, if it's Pebble Beach radio station, it's when I lived up here in Monterey. So as of now, I'm not sure where I am as far as genre. I mean, as far as station. I just don't know where I am physically at this point. Maybe I'll get some identification somewhere. Another great song. Wow, I definitely had good taste for music. No wonder I was a good DJ. This is where I learned it. I can't remember who this is. Erasure? This might be Erasure. Oh, God. Yeah, I think this is Erasure. Sounds like a woman, but it's a man. Yeah, it's Erasure, I'm almost sure. Another great club mix. I'm standing with Erasure. This guy came from Yaz. They had kind of a beef, and he wouldn't. There's a beef between the producer with them, and so he left and formed Erasure. And it was a woman for Yaz. And he found this guy, because it's a guy, but he has the same voice as the girl that sings for Yaz, or Yaz. Yeah. They got all my 80s reference and knowledge. Stroke tried to kill me, but it left alone my memory, thank God. Yeah, I swore for a long time this was a female. And then finally somebody said, Erasure? No, it's a guy. Well, it's a guy? Really? He has a good voice. Well, I've heard this song almost 40 years. Yeah, this is definitely, this got to be, it's got to be 8045. Not that I didn't still skateboard, but I went from skate music to club music, like these people. From skated during the day and danced at night. Wow, they really look like they could be dancing to this song. That's so cool. It was 80s music. If I turned the volume up, we'd be able to tell what song they were dancing to. Yeah, all these songs on this tape are going to be a lot longer. Skate songs, 2 to 3 minutes maybe. Of course, your skate run's only 45 seconds, so it didn't need a long song. But if you like the song you're dancing to, you want it to last for a good 5-6 minutes. You want to get all lathered, I guess they call it when you get all sweaty. At least that's what they call it in sports. Sorry, it's not a ska madness still tape. I want to know what the hell was on this. Maybe that's what I did. One side albums, one side radio. Figure out when I flip it. I'm glad I kept all this raw footage because it really works for my 80s tapes night. This might have been a Jelly Bean remix. He was a big remixer in the 80s. I think it was Ray Jelly Bean Rodriguez. I'm 100% sure his nickname was Jelly Bean. Him and Will Orbitz did a lot of the electronic 80s mixes. This is where electro came from. This was it. It started in the 80s, all that electronic club beat, but with the lyrics. Then when it went techno, it was a lot of just the music with no lyrics. But that's why it sounds kind of 90s electro music, or drum and bass, or all the other variations of it. That's why Madonna used Will Orbitz for Ray of Light. She worked with him on it because he did the 80s club mixes, the electro. And when I did my night, because I'd play a lot of this music, people would come to me and go, I thought this was an 80s night. I'm all, this is 80s music. This isn't that poppy new wave stuff you would know. This is the underground electronic sound of the 80s. Sounds a lot like the 90s electro grouping and music. But it came from us in the 80s. I really want to identify what station I'm recording this all of. Because I didn't have 12 inches and stuff and record them to tape. And I already heard a DJ somewhat in the background. So this might be off the high school radio station, which would have been 1984, 85. Wow, I haven't heard that song for a long time. Hey, Kenny. I'm back again, obsessing with my 80s music. Great song, though. Yeah, KSPB, that's Pebble Beach. Yes, the high school station. Now it's what? Now it's a talk radio station. But yeah, this is 84 then. This is when I moved from Pomona to Pebble Beach. And I still skated and I eventually built my own ramp, but I knew a bunch of music people and hair people, hair and makeup, and club people. So I started recording much more club music. I have no idea what this is. It's dramatic though. Oh, they had it on the wrong speed. Maybe they did it on purpose. I don't know, but that's the thing on records. Sometimes you have it set on 33 when it's a 45. Oh, Spine and Cannibals. 12-inch remix to Johnny Come Home. Yeah, some of these are from the guitarist is from the English Beat. Yeah, I have the whole tape in there. I have the Johnny Come Home full album in the other room. It's another great club mix. Yeah, and it matches my video perfect. God, I love this song. That guitar's right there. The guitar you hear, that's the guitars from the English Beat. Which I love the English Beat. Great mod band. When I moved up here, this is why the ladies loved me. I always had the really cool club music playing out of my car, my Rabbit at the time. We'd go party at the beach in Bell Beach and everything, you know? Or out on the beach, we'd create a fire and I'd back up my car and lift the back hatch and put in my mixes. knew I'd get to these. I knew a bunch of those 50 mixtapes out there were more club oriented. And yeah, this is when I first started college. I graduated in '84. Then we moved up here to Pebble. No more skate parks. My skate park closed anyway. '86, I built my own ramp in my backyard. Between '84, '85, '86, I started skating a little bit again. I was living here, and everybody was a surfer or a skater. And then since I knew the hair and makeup and band member, I started going to the clubs with them and transitioned into loving club music. And eventually led to me having my own 80s DJ night. Again, another 6-minute song. Most 80s 12-inch remixes were about 5-6 minutes long. The radio edit was, the original song was usually like 3 minutes long, 3 to 4, and the remix was 6 to 7. Enough time to, seduce someone while you're dancing with them. Oh, there's one of my. Yeah, this is off a high school radio station. God, I forget who is this? I have no idea who this band is. But again, it's a radio. It's a high school radio station, so they can play whatever they want. They didn't have to play. They weren't scheduled to play music. I'm trying to think. This might have been a local band. Might have been a local band from the Bay Area. I was starting to get some play, and everybody was hoping we'd go giant. Yeah, that's what my brain's knocking around right now. Local band. Or local Bay Area band. Getting ready to go big, we were hoping. Yeah, I told you I had some rare music. Garage recording, probably. Not really in a garage, but not a really big studio. Yeah. I forget who said it. I do a short of this footage right here. Because it's one of my friends that he would come out and just go crazy. I'm gonna title it "Dance Like Nobody's Watching." Because later, he's like everybody's around, he's just going crazy, doing his little dance. So I filmed her. That was one of my best friends at the time. She modeled for me with my clothing. She was really mad at me that I filmed her right here. I didn't hear the end of it for years. You better not show anybody that tape. So I put her in the documentary. Bingo. I forget her name at this point, but she was a hairstylist in training. She went to the cosmetology school. That one is, I think. She was a good dancer too. Back to the music. Again, don't know who this is. Good song though. Like they all are. And I don't know what genre you put this in. 80's club music. Not really new wave. Maybe electronica, or what people call now synth pop. I recognize this. Oh, it's right there. I'm recognizing the voice. I'm finding candles. Tom Stolby. The ones that did Tenderness. The ones that also, the ones that came from English Beat. Tenderness, some of the tenderness. It might be one of their other songs. General Public. Bingo. That's it. Might not be them, but I remembered the group. General Public. Might be one of. It sounded like his voice. Terry Hall. Now that's suspicious. Yeah. I'm like, why the hell was I recording that? Well, I stopped it, so that's why. So at the end of the side, it's been 49 minutes. It's a 90-minute tape, right? So 45 and 45. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's time for the flip side. Yeah. It's yeah, okay. And this side has a phone number on it. See that? 1, 2. See the other side said it said madness on it, although we didn't hear any madness. This side has look at that. 1, 2, 4. I don't know. 40-year-old mystery. Let's rewind. Now let's see if there's any madness on this side. Okay, might be. not madness. Now I'm thinking I might have originally in the early 80's. I recorded my albums on here, like that last tape I did. But then when I moved to Pebble Beach and I wanted to start recording club music, I recorded over Madness with radio. It's still alive. I have the album, so why not record music you don't have? Is this Ultravox? Ultravox or Roxy Music? That's what I'm reading in my head as far as the band. Oh no, this is Major Tom. Major Tom by, it was one of the, on Friends, Joey would always sing it. Thomas Dolby? No. I don't know. You Google it. Google Major Tom. And they'll tell you who the group is. I got the song name. Very popular club hit. David Bowie? No. Maybe. I don't know, but the song is definitely Major Tom. And Joey from Friends used to sing it. Or at least sang it in one episode. This isn't Bowie. Maybe. Well, I've uncovered the mystery of another one of my mixtapes. Like the Radio Shack tape was given to me by somebody. Evidently, I recorded over the Madness tape. I said originally I probably had my Madness albums put on it so I could go mobile with them and play for all my friends. But then because I'm a cheap ass, when I came here, I'm like, yeah, I have the albums. I can record over this, man. Bingo bango. Club music on it. Good club music, but club music, not ska music. Of course, we're not done with this side yet, so it's got 45 minutes to prove to me that that theory I just told you is correct. The conspiracy theory. What happened to Madness? Well, I haven't heard this song in, whoa. It's got extreme vertigo. Yeah, stroke. This is why I'm delaying these tapes. Relive my youth before I die. Have a second chance on life? Relive your young life. Me playing with I had a mirror on my camera. That's why it looks trippy. This video is so good. I love that girl right there. Never asked her out. I was so in love with her. This was one of my best friends at the time. His friend modeled for me. It's a couple of my fashion shows. He was very popular at the club. Little gay boy. Oh, by the way, it was a gay and lesbian night. Peter Schilling. Yay, we got the name. Peter Schilling. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Oh, this tape's pretty beat up. Right here, it's really wanky. It's going in and out, and it's switching from left to right, and it's got some crinkles in it. That was another problem you had with your tape. If it got messed up in the mechanism, and you pulled it out, it had like crinkles and stuff in it. And so when you played it, it would do this. Be like, hey, oh, yeah, like this tape's doing. But the truth is, this tape was originally my dad's. They had meetings and they'd record the meetings. And he said he didn't need me anymore, so I take music over. It's the 80's. You did what you could to record things. No MP3 players back then. We got lucky and got Walkmans eventually. I never liked this song that much. And again, don't know the band. I just heard it in a club, so I recorded it. You have to play this video on my regular night on Tuesdays. Tuesdays I only play all the footage, photos and stuff of clubs and bands. And I have to play this one. I do the video on my off nights. And sorry, for those that are listening to a podcast of this, originally it's alive and you can see the footage I'm talking about playing on my monitor behind me. Visual effects. as a podcast, it's just a still image that plays with the audio, or it's just plain audio. They stay as alive on my YouTube channel. Then I convert them to a podcast. A lot of podcasts nowadays are a video, they're audio ads. Oh God. Again, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh my God. Oh, it's so, who is this? Dire Straits? This might be Dire Straits. You know, the ones that did Bring Me My MTV. Playing your guitar on your MTV. Those guys, Dire Straits. I'm betting on, as I roll the dice, Dire Straits. Almost 100% positive. Wow. Yeah. Wow, this is what the doctors wanted me to do after my stroke. Something that would help my mind test itself as far as memory knowledge and play video games. This really helps my brain explore. Yeah, Dire Straits. Not their big radio hit, but where am I on battery? 30%. Oh, I know the history of the Madness tape. I really don't think we're getting any Madness music. I have no idea who this is. My ghost filter on my camera. I still have that camera, by the way. It's right behind me in my closet. 45, 46 years. Oh, wait. Yeah. Actually, no. It's my high age. It's 23 years old. 25 years old. Something like that. 2001, I think. That's the back patio. I told you I split the documentary up into stages. That's the back patio. That's where everybody hung out and smoked. when there was a good song on and nobody was on the dance floor, they're all back there smoking. So I went out there and filmed them. Wow. Well, it's kind of good that I put this tape on a Saturday, my off time. Because on Tuesdays, which is the focus of my mixtapes, I was going to try to go 80, 81, 82, you know, up. From the early 80s stuff to the later 80s club stuff. And I thought this was an early 80s tape, but nope. It's an 84 tape, not that. So it's not even halfway through the 80s, but I thought it was going to be all madness. Girls showed me their boobies. Lord to the new church, yay! Oh God, it'll come to me, it'll come to me. If you, oh, it's OMD again. It's what we started this tape with. Why I felt the need to put it on both sides of the tape. Maybe I forgot I had it on the other side. That's good enough to listen to twice. This tape's getting really wanky. You might be able to hear it on there if you listen close enough. It's like it's kind of going in and out. It's kind of like louder and softer, louder and softer. It's still pretty good for a. Actually, no, we know it's not. It's a 44-year-old tape, but this was recorded on it 41 years ago. It was 84, so. And it's 25. Yeah, anyway, I'm not good with the math and the numbers. But. Oh, I just saw, did you know, in this whole video, there was only one black guy. That's kind of San Luis Obispo. Not many black people. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just thought of that right now because it's just weird to see one black guy in this whole video. Of course, that was kind of my night, gay and lesbian night. On the weekends, it was a hip hop club, a lot of fights and everything. And I'm not saying anything plus or minus, but there were a lot of black and Mexicans on the weekends at this club. They came from Santa Maria and outlying cities, not slow. Not that there's anything plus or minus for that, it's just the demographics of the area. I don't know if that means there weren't that many black Mexicans or lesbians, but oh, Duffy Gal, how are you? I'm back on with my regular, not the gross jokes, which was the last time you read. This is my regular night. Nice. I've never played trivia. I watched Jeopardy a lot, but I've never played it. What I'm trying to do here is kind of like 80's music trivia in a way. This would be good teaching for if we were doing 80's trivia. Because I have such rare old music on here.
And now,
Usher, okay. I know Usher, but that's like 20 years past this music. This is all 80's. Early 80's and stuff. We figured out that this tape's from 80, 81, but I recorded over it in 84 when I moved up here. I'm recording the high school radio station, RLS. I forget the thing, but anyway, it's still around, but now it's a talk radio. But back in the day, RLS, the kids, the high school kids, was one of their classes. Yeah, I love all that. I love all trivia for old movies and music and stuff. I said, this is remember you saw the gross joke one? That was fun. But no, I have 50 old mixed tapes that were in my storage. I got them out of storage and I was like, what am I going to do with these? There's such great music on them. And I came up with, hey, I can go live and just react to my old mixtapes and hopefully let people experience really cool old 80's music. Oh, this is I was a DJ 5 years. I had 80's night. I created a documentary for it. And this is all the raw footage that I have. This is taped in 2000, I think I taped it. I had the 80's night from 98 till 2003. And I made a video about it, a documentary. It's actually on my YouTube channel. It's called The Life and Times of a Monday Night. But yeah, I was in the video. I was DJing, so I said, hey, while I'm here, I'm going to film it all and create my own doc about it. So this is the raw footage of it. And now it just happens to work perfect for my 80's tapes. Anyway, it was my night. It was Monday. It was the biggest club night in town. And it was on a Monday night. The night went on for like 20 years, 30 years. It started in 1980, I think. And I took it over in 98. And then I stopped doing it in 2003. And then the Tortilla Flats, the club itself, ended up closing in like 2005 or 2006. So it was a decade-long night in San Luis Obispo, and I just was the last DJ. And I knew all the DJs prior to that, and we're all friends. Yeah, I'm actually a pretty well-known alternative 80s DJ. And I also had a night in San Francisco when I moved up there. Why can't I get this to hook up? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. For some reason I can't get that hooked up. My battery's getting low and somehow I can't get my thingy to hook up. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Okay, there we go. Yeah, same style of electronic. Now they call it synth pop. But back in the day, we called it electro music. But yeah, I haven't had Depeche. I had OMP on here, and they sound almost exactly like Depeche Mode. But yeah, I'm Depeche Mode. Like, yeah, they're a big club band back then, and I played a lot of them at this night. Yeah, I said a lot of this music. If I would have died 4 years ago from my brain surgery and that, I said most of this tapes probably would have just been thrown away. Yeah, Simple Minds, another one on. Yeah, it's that era. But yeah, I mean, if I would have died, somebody would have went through my storage. Black Miles, yeah, Dancing on the Ceiling. Yeah, that's my music. And yeah, it's all on here. That's how I became such a good knowledge of alternative 80s. Was I grew up in LA, I listened to K-Rock and KCPR and all the, and yeah. And I was a clubber. That's funny, you're probably one of the only people I know that would put Black Maj in a comment on my lives. Very obscure. And I just had to throw Dancing on the Ceiling, so she knew I knew the band. Yeah, I had the album. Okay. Yeah, but that's the history of why I'm doing this live again. And I said I turned this into a podcast, and I put up the podcast on Thursday because podcasts are like a big thing now. Everybody's got a podcast, so now I have a podcast. The 80s tapes. No, that's KSBB, that's it. KSBB, that was, hey, a Madness song. See, this tape said Madness on it. And I thought I recorded my Madness albums on it. And this is the first Madness song. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have a good time tonight, boys. Yeah, we sure did. And this is from my album I had. Chipmunk sound of chipmunks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chipmunks a go. Chipmunks a go is the name of that song, which is just a chant. But let's see if. Hey, yeah. There is madness on here. Ska music. Wow. I showed the tape when I did the flip side. You see right now it says madness. This justifies it. This is madness. I love ska music. This is the first music I learned to dance to. I was a good skanker. Madness, yeah, this is the band. Remember Our House? That was their big radio hit. Our street, our house in the middle of our street. Yeah. It's like happy circus music. That's the way I always described it. It's circus music. I don't know. That's from the. Have you ever heard did you ever watch Colbert? He has a Colbert questionnaire, and that's one of the questions. What a song you had to listen to every time you listen to music. You can only listen to it. You didn't have to listen to it all the time, but that's that same question. I said the intro to South Park. I just love the intro to South Park. It's come around and meet my friends and have a lot of fun. I love it. So yeah, the intro to South Park. The Reveille. You were talking about Reveille. Yeah, but you were talking about Sound Off from Reveille. I think this is off their album called. I don't know that song. I think this is off the album Baggy Trousers. I think they had like 6 or 7 albums, Madness. So this is very sort of military, like you said, Sound Off. Yeah, I was really glad that I saved all this raw footage. I have it in the closet. It's on a high 8 tape for my high 8 camera. And that was my boss that hated me. Oh, Roadhouse, the movie. I'm so glad Madness ended up being on this game. Because now when people, if they rewatch this, did you see the new Roadhouse? They just made a remake of it. just like last year. I think it's a remake. At what's his name from Donnie Darko? He's in it. I can't think of his name. It's him and his sister are actors. He was in Brokeback Mountain. I can't think of his name. I remember it from Donnie Darko. The boots. This is at 3:00. Yeah. Yeah, this is 3:00. See, another one. I have the album, so this. Yeah, this is me taking my albums to mobile tape. That guy I just showed in that video, he disappeared. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though. Even his sister were big in the 80s in sitcoms. Yeah, I'm sorry, that guy. Somebody I know came to me and asked if I had seen him lately, and I said, I filmed him a couple months ago in my video. And she goes, yeah, he's missing. Nobody knows where he was or where he is. Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal. That's it. Gyllenhaal or whatever. And his sister Jessica Gyllenhaal. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, I have footage of a missing person in this video. Yeah, see, I had my stroke, but my memory still works. I was stuck in there somewhere. Yeah, he's a really good actor. I don't know. I never heard about him again, and this was in 2000. I just thought it was, in a weird way, kind of cool that I had a missing person on video. I thought the cops were going to come and ask to use my footage. But no, I never heard about. I don't know if he showed up again or what. But I was right about this tape. I was wrong with the year that it existed. He wasn't really. I mean, he was an associate. He wasn't really a good friend of mine. He was just somebody I knew because he came to my club all the time. And then somebody just ended up going, oh, by the way, nobody can find him. Well, hey, I got him in the video. I don't know if he just disappeared or he was kidnapped or I don't know. Yeah, okay, so this, yeah. The other tape I had that I taped my Yardbirds from the. Oh, I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, here we we go. I don't know what that setting was, but yeah, he probably ended up being fine. I don't know what's going on. I'm having issues. Technical difficulties I was having. This is the specials. Now I had technical difficulty on my. Wow. I was having trouble recording from the phonograph, obviously. I don't know what happened there. 13209. So yeah, that's about it, I guess. Yeah, that's thank you. Thanks for coming out, Darcy Gal. Yeah, that's it for the tape anyway. It's an hour and a half tape. It's an hour and 32 minutes. My video's got another, looks like 10 minutes left. So yeah, that's it for me, I guess. But we got saved at the end there. The Madness tape actually had at least a couple Madness songs on it, and lots of other really cool music. But yeah, I'll be back on my normal night, which is Tuesday at 8. And I have another really good tape that I remember as being a really good mix. It's a Maxell tape. I remember I used to take it to friends' houses all the time. All right. And yeah, that'll be Tuesday nights. It'll be the Maxell UDX tape. And this one I know, not like the Sony one. I didn't know what was on. This one it's when I started kind of like this tape, but earlier. Kind of going from skate music to finding my way into club music and discovering girls. Yeah, but I come in on Sundays, on Saturdays very often. But I said every Thursday it becomes a podcast. So if you ever did want to actually listen to the music and that, you can listen to it as a podcast. But anyway, yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and I'll be back on Tuesday.